Hey, you want to know really how I broke free from the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle years ago? Of course, for those that I've shared this with before, but for those that don't know, I used to work, long time ago. It's been a while now. It's been a minute since I punched the clock, but it's all because of YouTube. And I'm gonna kind of break all this down. This is how I did it. This is how I broke free of the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle. I know when when I was working full time, I used to work for T-Mobile. Worked for Initially I worked for a call center in a suburban area north of Dallas, Texas, called Frisco, Texas, and there was a call center there. It was fairly new, opened up like in 2006, I think it was, and I was one of the new people that got there. And long story short, I became a corporate trainer there, and we train new hires to come in and to start taking calls. Like if you had an issue with your, I'm still with T-Mobile. If you had an issue with your phone service or whatever, it was a technical care call center. So if you had issues with your phone, you would call there. Like when you call, press one for customer service, two for technical care or whatever. So that's what that was. Anyway, so I was there for a long time and did very well. My wife worked at the corporate office at J.C. Penney's there in Plano, Texas, which is right next to Frisco. So we kind of like really worked in the same vicinity. There was a highway that split Frisco, Texas from Plano, Texas, or it was a tollway rather. For those that's watching and know, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, life was okay. Just raising our kids and just working every day, same old, always trying to do something on the side and everything. And I don't know, just things started getting just higher and higher, just different things here. Just life. You make more money, you get more big. You know what I'm talking about, right? You get to a point to where you just really need to start making more money. So we started doing little side hustle things and stuff like that, but it was it wasn't very consistent. So for a long time, we were like check to check. You get paid and pay your bills, and you don't have any money really left at all. And you're just like saving money to hold you to the next pay period 2 weeks from that day. So y'all know what I'm talking about. And that was pretty much how it was for a long time. Every now and then something would come up and I'll do something, some kind of whatever, and make a little extra money here and there. Um, After a while, it just got frustrating because it wasn't like it was consistent money that we would make. We always did like little network marketing things here and there. At one point, we got involved in something and we just kind of got in at the right time and we started making an extra about $700-800 a month, and that lasted for almost a good year actually, and it was a good time. You know, it did take a lot of stress off a lot of things because you still had kids and soccer practices and basketball practices and all that stuff. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? These all my kids are grown now, but they were all young then. But what I had always been looking for was a way to make money from home. Because when I was in that corporate trainer role, uh, years later, the T-Mobile decided to shut down their call center, and being a trainer, I had to go somewhere. So I went into retail because I wanted to stay working for the company. So I just became one of the managers at one of the local T-Mobile stores there in Frisco. And with that, I worked probably a lot more hours. Actually, it wasn't a consistent it wasn't a standard come in at 8, get off at whatever. It was retail. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Retail. You all over the clock, right? Coming in all kinds of times, right? But I wasn't an associate. I was actually, one of the managers. So anyway, I needed to make more money, and there was really no way for me to get like another job. This is all prior to gig work and all that stuff, right? And I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. We did some network marketing stuff. One thing that I was telling you, we were making a little extra money that kind of died out after about a year, and we kind of got back to the paycheck to paycheck to paycheck to paycheck lifestyle. And during research about marketing and all that stuff, I come to find that attraction marketing was really what it was all about. By creating content and people would come to you. And so it kind of intrigued me. Eventually, I joined a business, and I said, "Hey, I'm gonna start making videos for it." Started making videos for it. Literally 90 days, almost to the day. Both me and my wife quit our jobs, all because, and you know what's funny? I was a little upset at myself because there were so many, or just over the years where I could have used more consistent money coming in to help with, I mean, you name it, whatever, right? And all I had to do was just make some YouTube videos. And here I am. I'm like, we started making videos, and I'm not saying that this is going to happen to you. I'm just telling you my story. This is exactly what happened. Okay. And it wasn't like I was making fancy videos. No, I was just making content that gave value to the niche of people that I was making videos for. And it was mainly people that are in the MMO niche, make money online niche. Okay. Because it was like an opportunity, like a business opportunity. But prior to that, when I would join these different opportunities, I was trying to recruit friends and family, like calling people up and inviting people over to the house, or inviting people to a hotel meeting somewhere, whatever. This was my life part time, so money was, it was few and far between. In terms of additional money, was few and far between. Um, we just believed in that people can make money. We just didn't have the right method at the time. But when I decided to start creating YouTube videos to talk about what I was doing with this new venture, and people started eventually, it didn't happen like overnight. It wasn't like I made a video and boom, sales just started dropping. No, but you know, it took about a month for me to even get my very first sale from somebody just watching one of my videos. So it wasn't like I was, and it wasn't even like I was making a whole bunch of videos either. I think I had only made when I had that first sale, I think I had only made 2 videos. Okay. Um, but it proved to me it worked. I remember I told my wife, I've said this in another video, but I just kind of shorten this up. But I remember I was at work one day and I get a call because my number, I put my number like on the video, or it might have been just in the YouTube description. And somebody called me from New York. I'm in, the Dallas area. And he said, "Hey, I just saw your video and I liked what you were saying. You just seemed very authentic in your video." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just sharing, what we're doing and everything. I think it's a pretty good opportunity." And I had already made a few sales because I talked to some people at my job or whatever, but they don't count because those are people that I worked with and saw and whatever. So I'm talking about like sales from the internet. This guy called and had a couple questions. I answered them. And the call was only like 5 minutes. It wasn't even like a long call. He said, "Hey, well, I think I'm gonna sign up when I get home from work. I'll text you, let you know I just signed up." I said, "Okay, cool." So we hung up and I went back to work. And about 15, 20 minutes later, I get a notification. "Hey, you just got a new." I'm like, "What? Wait a minute. It's the dude I just talked to. He said he was going to maybe sign up later on." But I guess because we connected, he just said, "Hey, I'll just go ahead and sign up now." So he just signed up. That was the first sale online that I can remember. That's the very first one. And it all happened just because I was just making videos. Now, there was many more to come. Because just from that company, from just things that we did with that offer, you know, propelled us to over 6 figures within 6 months. Just saying. Okay. But it all came from YouTube videos. So, and I remember too, because it wasn't big. It wasn't like we were making a lot of money. Remember, I told you I signed up a few people at my job, but I never really count them because I knew them. I saw them every day. These are buddies of mine, friends of mine, and they kind of had like an entrepreneurial spirit too at my job, and that's why I just told them about it. And they like, "Hey, that makes sense. Yeah, I want to do it. I want to do that as well." And you know, but I never really count them because that's it wasn't an online sale. It wasn't from marketing or anything, but what was interesting about that whole process is that it proved to me that every time I made a video, it opened me up to more people. More people would see it. So what was interesting, and it was funny for over that time. Every time I make a video, I would always get a boost of sales. It was weird. It was like every time I make a video, I just had more sales, and then it just started compounding on each other. And 90 days later, I said, "Hey, this is this is what's up." And remember too, I'll add this: it wasn't like we were making a lot of money. I think for the first maybe month and a half, we were only making like an extra 200 and some odd dollars, maybe I would say between $200 and $300 a week. Okay, part time from home, didn't have to go nowhere, didn't have to work any overtime. It was like $200-$300 a week, some of you think, well, it wasn't about the company. It was about the method. Okay. Because if I would have done that company the same way I had already done all these other deals back in the past, that would have never happened, or it'd have been crazy inconsistent. Okay. Because I only got access to so many people that maybe would want to buy or join me in something. Right. So because if I did it online, it just kept happening because it exposed me to way more people. So we were making only about a couple hundred, $200 to $300 a week. But that $200 to $300 a week, especially like, like around rent time or whatever, when you get paid and you got to pay the rent, you got your car note, you got all these different things or whatever. Even before that time, because you got other bills and because you got kids, you got this, that, and the other thing. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You get paid, but you're broke. Well, when those times would come, we would always have that money from what we were doing online to be like, okay, well, we're good. We're good. Because we just made an extra $200 to $300 this Friday. All the money from our jobs kind of spent up. We may have a little bit left over, but we had this extra. So, hey, let's take the family out and go eat. Let's go to the movies. Let's go do this. Hey, we need this for the house. Hey, I need to get the car fixed because of this. I need some new tires. All that stuff. It helped. All because 150% because of YouTube. All because of YouTube. All because of YouTube. All because of making just simple videos documenting what I was doing. So if you want to know how we kind of killed the paycheck lifestyle, it was because of YouTube. It was because we found something that we could monetize, and we had an opportunity and offer. I started making content about that opportunity. It was a company that offered a service. And because I started making that content, YouTube pushed my content out in front of way more people. Because I only had so many people on my phone, so many people that I would even want to introduce this thing to, right? So, but YouTube was just exposing a lot more people. So it just made all the difference in the world. So that's how I did it. That's how I did it. I don't know if any of this can relate to you, but like I said, after about 90 days, we made a decision to quit our jobs because then eventually it got to the point to where we were making more per week than what we were making on our jobs. And so after about 90 days, 3 months of just because we were getting paid every week, a week didn't go by. We were making money on the side, on top of our jobs and everything. So, we started getting ahead on bills and credit card bills and just different things. And then eventually we even moved to Las Vegas, during that period. And then after a while, we were like, you know what? We're making this kind of money part-time. This is like part-time money. You got to work. You work a lot of hours. I got to work. I work a lot. That's what my wife's saying. I work a lot of hours. Imagine what we could do if we had all our time. We could make more videos. We could do a lot of different things on YouTube if we just had all of our time. And that's what we did. But it wasn't, that decision didn't happen. We didn't take advantage of that decision until we had, 90 days worth of getting results, right? So it wasn't like it was some, fly by night result thing. No, it continued to grow. After we both resigned from our jobs, it just kept scaling. It just literally kept scaling. And that was September 2012. I think March of 2013, we had our first 5-figure month. Yeah, March. Yeah, March. So, like I was saying, we weren't rich or nothing like that, but we basically just replaced our income at our jobs, and then eventually got to the point to where, I think in March of 2013 was our very first 5-figure month of earned income off the internet. Still blows my mind when I think about it. We made over $10,000 off the internet. Okay. And it just kept going from there. So fun times, fun times. You can do it as well. So if you're like in that paycheck to paycheck, whatever, hey, um, you definitely want to look at YouTube. Matter if you're looking for some different offers, some things that you can do, check out the YouTube description below. I got some really cool affiliate offers that can help you to do that as well, help you to earn some instant commissions, even if you're interested. Again, I'm not trying to pitch you, but just people always want to know, well, what you doing? How you doing? Whatever, So I put it in the YouTube description so people will know. Okay. So that's all I got for this video, guys. Hopefully it was helpful. Sorry it's so long. How long is this video? Okay, it's not too long. Okay, let me wrap it up here. But I wanted to share that insight, and hopefully you got some value from it. And like I always tell people, hey, we all go through the same things. We all go through the same things. We all don't take the same actions, though. Okay, but we pretty much all go through the same things, right? And so I've got with YouTube and really not just YouTube, but just social media in general. There's TikTok, all these different platforms, but just creating video content changed our lives forever. And it's still changing our lives. It's still guiding a lot of things that we're doing. And just by making videos, and it's so much easier now to make video content compared to how it was back in the day. I mean, it's 20, we're in 2024, about to be in 2025. It just every year it's just new technology, new ways to make the whole process even easier. As long as you got one of these, you can get out of that paycheck to paycheck. I'm dead serious. As long as you got one of these, you can get out of that paycheck to paycheck situation for real. So, hey, if you like this video, do me a favor, like this video, comment below. Love to hear your thoughts about it. And be sure to subscribe, hit the bell so you get a notification every time I upload a video. Could be some information that I know that could help you take your YouTube channel to the next level. So with that said, thanks for watching. See you on the next video. Peace.